Wow, good morning, y'all. Like, actually, it is morning. It is actually after 7:30, and it is dark outside. I don't like this one bit because it just makes you want to fall asleep, in my opinion. So, anyways, with that said, I've been thinking a lot about myself, and honestly, like, for whatever reason now, I don't think I really care for people a whole lot. I know that probably sounds really horrible, but like, if you think of it, you probably feel the same way because people, are people. Yeah. So I mean, like, you tell somebody something, and then they, in confident, not confidence, in what's the word? Not confidence. I can't think of it. Like, you're meaning not to repeat it, and I can't think of the word that I'm trying to think of. And they repeat it, and they tell other people, And then there's just people who, because they know you have a good heart, like, screw you over. So honestly, like, I'm really just tired of people. And I told God, I said, you know what, God, and this is just total truth, because I think a lot of people just love to fake in front all the freaking time, but I'm honest, straight up. Like, and people are very judgmental, and I know I'm judgmental. I need God to help me with that. Like, I do, just because someone is talking to someone, I wasn't going to go here, but I'm going to go here. Just because someone is talking to someone doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? That person could be their friend, and maybe they're helping them with an issue that they're going through in life. That's all I'm saying, It's easy to judge and look at a situation, and I know it because I judge, and look at a situation and say things that aren't even true, I ask God to help me today because I feel like my heart is really ugly towards people. Like, it really is. Like, I just can think of people in my head that I really just don't care for. And I'm asking God to help me, So, hey, if you're in the same boat as me, hey, I ask God to help you. Like, I'm serious, because, like, I'm a real person. Like, I'm not trying to fake or front anything. You know what I'm saying? Because, wow. Yeah, okay, that was probably just straight up ghetto. But it's the truth, and I'm asking God to help my heart, because my heart, I feel really just, like, ugly and ugh in my heart, because I'm feeling like I really just don't like people very much, And there's a scripture that says, if you can't love your brother who you can see, how can you love God, So, maybe I love you, like, but I don't really like you. Yeah, and I really don't care if you like me, so whatever. I'm not losing sleep. I know that probably sounds really ugly. I don't know. I might need to, we should be like Pastor Steven and edit stuff out you wish you hadn't said. I don't know. But at least I'm asking God to help me, because I see it's an issue. So with that said, I read Mark 6, if I can see to read this stuff. It was good. It was good. Like, just reading stuff, that's what it was. I always get these things like on the way to work, and then I don't remember them and I can't write them down. More does not always mean better. That's all I'm saying. So, Mark 6 verse 6, it says, and he was amazed at their lack of faith. And he's there. The scripture is talking about Jesus, that Jesus was amazed at the lack of faith. And verse 23, I like the last part. It says, whatever you ask, I will give you, up to half my kingdom. And there's a story about King Herod and his wife. I don't know how to say her name. It was Herodias. I don't, whatever. It's Herod with IAS on the end. And she sent her daughter in to dance, which, I asked a preacher about this, what kind of dance was her daughter doing to get this king to say, I'll give you whatever you want, even up to half my kingdom, because the mom, the Herod's wife, she wanted John the Baptist dead. So she sent her daughter in to dance. All I'm saying, and I'm just being real once again, what kind of dance did this girl do that a man would say, I'll give you up to half my kingdom? That's something to ponder about. I'm just saying, So I'm going to say it like this. This might be an ugly one that I won't even, I'll just skip it. Never mind. I'm not going to say it. Verse 26, the king was greatly distressed, but because of his oaths and his dinner guests, he did not want to refuse her. And that's still that same story. And I just want to point that out, because it's like, back then, when people said something, their word meant something. Like people, you know, like you could count on what their word was. You know, if I spoke something out my mouth, you could count on it. You know what I'm saying? So when he told her, I'll give you whatever you want, even if it's up to half my kingdom, he had to, no matter how he felt, because he liked John the Baptist, he knew John the Baptist was a holy man. No matter how he felt, he had to honor his word that he spoke. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Why can't we go back to that time where people's words meant something, you know, and they said something and they meant it and they followed through with it no matter what? That's all I'm saying. Verse 56. Yeah, I'm a little bit hot today. I'm just being real. Like the second half, it says, they begged him to let them touch even the edge of his cloak, talking about Jesus, and all who touched him were healed. Like, I was just thinking on that, you know, like if we could just even just touch, just a little touch of Jesus heals me. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. Okay, whatever. Question 1. Maybe I'm just sleepy. I don't know. It says, how has familiarity with Jesus blocked you from really seeing who he is? And I said, sometimes we can be like, I've heard that scripture before, I've read that scripture before, and you become familiar with it, and you just kind of block out whatever that person is saying, or whatever you're reading. You just kind of like, yeah, I'm reading it, but I'm not really sinking. It's like, it's really not sinking in. So I said, so we, in a sense, shut it out. And I said, when every time we can get something different from the word, and that's true. Like, so many times I've read so many the scriptures, you know, like I'm talking about, I don't know how many times, especially the New Testament. Like I'm big on Psalms, Proverbs, and the New Testament. Like, seriously, Old Testament, wow. It used to give me nightmares, honestly. Maybe sometimes some people need that, me included. But so you can read it over and 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 over, you know, and you can get something totally different each time. And that's just awesome. So we don't need to become familiar with Jesus or the word, which, you know, is a work in process. How do you measure spiritual success? I really like this question, because I said we can look at where we used to, look at where we used to be to where we are at now. And then I thought about it, because some things, you know, like issues are still popping up that popped up back when I first got saved, you know. But this is what I thought about when I thought of that, you know, because I was like, okay, God, well, I'm really not growing, you know. This is what came to me, I guess I'll say. Some things may still be the same. Some issues you might be dealing with might still be the same, because God needs to address them, okay? And he's had to take you through a process to get you to the point where you could actually really address those things at the, I'll say like the lowest level. Like you get to the deepest part, you get to the deepest part of that issue so that God can take it away, so that you will give it to God so that he can take it away, you know? I said, but you are ready to address them now, as opposed to before you were not ready. So even though the issue might still be there, you are at a different level now, because you're ready to address that issue. And this really spoke to me, because this is where I am, because I had, I'll say not a final issue, but I'll say out of 3 big issues that I had, God took care of the first 2. And the last one was like still like dwindling. And I told y'all before, Pastor Stephen's message the other week was just on fire for me. And I think that's when I love it the most. And I say he's on fire, and it's really not him. It's God, you know, speaking through him to me. And I say, wow, he was on fire. You know, it was fire for me. You know what I'm saying? God speaking to me. And that message really helped me and delivered me, from some things, from one thing rather, you know. So yeah, that to me, like you have no clue, you know. And then this past weekend, the preacher was preaching again, you know, and I'm an honest person, you know. I'm not going to tell you whatever the issue was, but like, and he was talking about the cup, you know, like I'm just imagining, wow, if he would have actually had a cup, like it just would have brought the picture all the more home. And if he would have had that cup, and I'm just thinking about it, you know, like dropping different things, whatever issues you have. You like to shop, you like to eat, you like to drink, you like to do drugs, you like to this, you like to that, you like to, right? Like, I'm just thinking of all these things, you know, you like likes. And they even said that, like, you like likes on your phone, you know what I'm saying? On Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, Twitter, all those things. You like to see how many likes you get. You just, you know, like, oh, did they like it? Did they, you know? And yeah, I was there too, because I like this guy. That's how it always starts for me. I like this guy. That is an issue for me. Like, I think I just really need to just stay away from men, period. People, but men, period. Besides being friends, I'd rather be friends with males, honestly, any day than females, because females are catty, sneaky, conniving, deceiving, stab you in your back in a heartbeat. I'd rather be friends with males. Like, all my life, like, I've been friends with males, but when I got married, divorced now, I stopped doing that because I didn't feel it was right. So now I'm not married, so I can be friends with males. I'd rather be friends with males any day than over a female. So anyway, that went way out there somewhere. But point is, you know, you can sit there and say whatever, that you don't have, you know, what he was talking about, you know, and it's not true. You do. You just have to look and see what it is. What is it that, you know, you're needing that validation, I guess I'll say, from other people. And we all do it, me included. Like, I do. Like, I was like, so like, oh, did this guy like my stuff? Ooh, did he talk to me? Ooh, he didn't respond to me today. You know, that's stupid. Like, I didn't purposely do it, you know, but it was happening, you know. And he sat there and he was saying, and it's so funny now because, like, me, like, I feel like I'm gonna run out of time on this video, but I am at the point in my life where, far as men wise, boyfriend wise, whatever you want to talk, how you want to say it there, having a relationship, not friend relationship with a male, that I don't put up with any crap. Like, I'll drop you in a heartbeat. Like, if I see something wrong that I don't like, bye-bye, you know. And it's so funny because Saturday night, I don't know if he said it yesterday, but Saturday night he said, he was talking about it. He was like, yeah, it's like this one only lasts for 5 minutes and that one only lasts for 5 minutes. And he's like, he was saying, you keep trying to, I'll say, like, get the likes from these people, you know, and so you have to, and I'm just paraphrasing, I'm using other stuff other people said too, is you have to keep going back and going back and going back and going back to that person, as opposed to going to God to get that like from Jesus, you know. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me go on. So, how has Jesus fed you when you've been spiritually hungry lately? And it's been the last 2 weeks sermons have just been off the chain, on fire for me. What? And the last question, because I'm running out of time. When you sense that hunger, do you come searching for him, or do you usually try to fill up on something else first? And see, my problem, I'm just being real. Let's answer the question first. It's different at different times. And I said, because we are looking elsewhere and we don't even realize it. And I was talking about the cup. And I already talked about this cup and the posting things and stuff like that. And so a lot of my issue is that I didn't have a father. So like, God had to deal with me with my last issue of not having a father, you know, is looking for that, wow, let me put this away real quick. Looking for that, not I guess I'll just use the word validation, you know, from someone, because I didn't have my dad there. He wasn't there, you know, being the father that he should be. So yeah, so I have a tendency to, look to males to, give me that thing that my father didn't give me, you know? And so God had to help me with that, and God had to break that from me from the other week, you know? It's still a work in progress, but hey, at least it's going. I mean, well, correction, it's gone. But God is still showing me more about it, like, I guess the deeper level of it, I guess I'll say. So anyways, I am totally out of time, y'all. I hope you really got something out of this. I'm gonna watch it. I might delete it, not share it with y'all, because Mary was off the chain at the beginning. Today's Monday. I hope y'all have a fabulous day. Bye.